So let's see what our animal guides have to say in reference to this full moon in Cancer, feeling our emotions, creating new manifestation, shining our light, standing out and being noticed. Let's see. Animal guides. Okay. Let's see. So first came out was Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. As we're creating our new realities, as we're rewriting our script, as we're finding our way back to ourselves, that Beyonce song just, find your way back. Big, big world, but you got it, baby. Tend to the small things too. Pay attention to the small details. Sometimes get a mouse's perspective with the changes. I'm feeling this for myself too. Tend to the small things. We don't want to overlook those things because they're going to come up. They're going to come up. The other card that came up was Groundhog Spirit. Time to let go. What are we hanging on to? I'm hearing decluttering. Not just in the physical sense. It is that, but it's also in the mental and emotional sense. As we are going through this retrograde period of reevaluating and things coming back up again, even in an emotional sense of what we truly value, there's some things that just that are still lingering, that don't need to be here anymore. So that could potentially be inhibiting us from manifesting as well what we do want. So we're being asked to identify and then let go of these things that really aren't serving this new and improved version of ourselves that is here. And I noticed too, both of these, so this is number 40 and this is number 31. Both equal 4. 4S also has to do with your foundations, your solid foundation. So this is assisting with the foundations, giving you some more things to pay attention to as you're building your new life. A lot of us are starting over again. So build your solid foundation, pay attention to the small things, and let go of the things that just aren't serving where you're going, where you're moving forward, and what you're creating. You can also call upon these animals for assistance in identifying what these are. What else? Divine animals, spirit guides for the collective at this time. Dream your life into being, I just heard. And I'm seeing a white horse. Any other guidance from this deck for the collective at this time? No. Oh. Scarab beetle. Magic works through you. Number 52. 5 is again about change. 2 is about duality, divine feminine. And the scarab beetle was very prominent in Egyptian times. Very symbolic. And intelligent creatures. Magic works through you. I feel like this is connected with manifestation as well. Magic does work through us. We all are magical beings. Some of you know it, some of you don't, and will. We're all magical beings and creatures on this planet. The fact that this card specifically also has the beetles, scarab beetles' wings exposed. There's an element of air and thinking, but also flying. I feel like flying to your new destination. Soaring into your new destination. What is this? What is this? What are you also showing me? It's almost like you're soaring into a new version of yourself, which also reveals the magic within you. Thank you. I feel like looking into this first quarter a bit more because I'm not getting as clear as I want to. So first quarter, let's see. We're in full moon season, but the first quarter is when the moon is 90 degrees ahead of the sun. When it's half illuminated. When they form a square with each other, right? We're not there yet. So this is perhaps something future oriented with the collective. Like going through, allowing ourselves to feel the waters flow through us, feeling our emotions, really letting it sink in, getting into our imagination in our fantasy world a bit more so that we can create something new for ourselves, which of course ripples out into everyone else. Heard winds of change. It also symbolizes balance between the old and the new, riding on an energetic wave from the past to the future. The first quarter moon is a beautiful moment of activated force and feeling, engagement with the world, as well as cultivating our first glimpses of the intention set at the new moon. So I feel like this is future, which is also the third card that came out, which makes sense. Okay. So when these cards came out, it was the water card first, which symbolizes Cancer, Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Feeling you now, mind you, all of these zodiacs are within each and every one of us too. Even if you don't have planets there, the whole zodiac is still within you, no matter who you are. Feeling our emotions, getting in touch with our most intimate selves. As you do that, you get into new parts of your fantasies or getting more clarity with your imagination and what you want and desire and fantasize. Part of manifestation is not just identifying what you want, but feeling, really sitting in there and feeling and imagining that it's already happening. That's part of manifestation. Remember that. You have to think it, feel it, and believe it as if it's already here. And that goes into your vortex. So that, and so then you got the first quarter after that. So this is assisting with the manifestation of your fantasies and of your desires that you're bringing into reality. So this is a look forward card to those things happening. Huh, that makes a lot more sense. Thank you. All right, so let's see. Let's sum this up with a color card to focus on for healing during this time. Healing color card for the collective at this time. Divine Spirit. Okay. White. Lighten up. I did see this earlier in my vision. And it's number 24, which also reduces to 6 or adds to 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. Lighten up. And it's showing a feather here, a white feather, which also has to do with purity, clarity, new beginnings. Lighten up. This is a new start for us. A new start in our thinking and our emotions. Don't be so hard on yourself. The next one is Jade. Take action. That also has to do with your individuality. Taking the lead. Illuminating the path for yourself and for others. Taking action on your unique path. And that also creates the change. Taking action is also making a stand for what you want. And that's number 32, which reduces to 5. And then we have orange. Nurture yourself. That is also part of, I feel like the water is also taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself. And that's number 16, which reduces to 7, which also has to do with your inner self, your inner magic. That also has to do with the magic. 7 and 7, 52, and then 16. These are still 7 numbers. Orange also has to do with your sacral chakra. Sacral chakra is also where you get your willpower, where you get that drive. Nurture that part. Okay, so I'm feeling like some have some blocks in their sacral chakra, so I'm going to read what this orange says. I feel like with the sacral, some who have some blocks or some things messing with the sacral part of your willpower, that also is affecting you taking action with your desires and what you want to create and bring into this world, or how you want to even live your life. So let's see what this says. Orange. Nurture yourself. Orange helps to heal digestive ailments as well as chest and kidney disorders. It also assists with the treatment of asthma, fear, loneliness, spasms, tension, inflammation, colds, and depression. Improve your immunity, vitality, and stamina, and awaken your sexual and creative energy with orange. Allow orange rays to increase your happiness and confidence. as I read this, that's the other part. So at this time, as we're in this full moon in Cancer, feeling our emotions, a lot of you have perhaps cut off is kind of strong, but essentially that's what it is, where either you cut off or people cut you off for their own selves, and it may hurt. Some people, especially since the holiday season and such, have distanced themselves from a lot of toxic people to them, or there's been separation, or you're moving forward in your relationships, and there's been a lot of endings in relationships, platonic or romantic or what have you, even in business partnerships. So I felt like with the loneliness part of this and the feelings of depression that many of us are still facing and working through, that's coming. That's also, just know you're not alone. Everything, this too shall pass. It's not forever. So the healing here with nurturing, it's saying, picture